Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this lecture. For my disclosure, I receive payments for lectures from these different companies. Did you know that most doctors complete their training without sufficient knowledge of business and finance? Hirap ano, hindi tayo naturuan ng estudyante tayo. And did you know that doctors were not spared from this recession because they are in fact also faced financial and emotional burdens in this past pandemic? Hindi lang ho mga empleyado, hindi lang mga ordinaryong tao ang naapektuhan nitong nakaraang pandemic, kundi pati ang mga magigiting na doktor. Did you know that government physicians are required to retire at age 65? What if government doctor ka, 65 ka na, hindi ka nakaipon, ano magiging kapalaran? Di ba? Mahirap. Nga. Just imagine you can make your life easier by being financially stable. You don't have to imagine because today I will give you some important tips on how to become financially stable. A little background about myself. Aside from being a surgeon, I'm also a professor of surgery. I'm a professional life coach. I give lectures for different companies, to different institutions, different schools. Nagbibigay ako ng lecture about health, personal development, relationship coaching, etc. And today, dahil lumahina ho ako sa mathematics, hindi ho tayo magko-compute. And ang mga ile-lecture ko ngayong araw ay batay sa mga nabasa kong libro on financial and personal development. Katulad ng mga libro ko sa likod, halo-halo yan. Meron ng health, meron about surgery, at meron about personality development. Meron lang akong ikikwento sa inyo. In 2013, merong isang doktor na nabaon sa utang, dalawang credit cards niya, hinahabol siya. Wala siyang maibayad. Nagkaroon siya ng tawag ito, talagang anxiety kasi hindi siya makabayad sa kanyang utang. Ganyan ang magiging problema pag hindi ka financially wise o hindi ka nag-aral about sa pera. Magkakaroon ka ng malaking problema. And also a little background about myself. I'm the training officer of Department of Surgery, Amang Rodriguez Memorial Medical Center. I'm the chairman of surgery sa CEU School of Medicine. I'm also a health insurance doctor. Kaya itong nakaraang pandemic, ako ay hindi talaga almost hindi nakapag-opera dahil takot na takot ako sa COVID. Pero ako po ay fortunately nagkaroon ng kahit online, I can do my work. So, okay lang po ako. At honestly speaking, pwede din ho ako hindi mag-opera 1 year and I still have some side hustles na nagbibigay ng pera monthly sa akin. Konting sako na lang sa Pilipinas, naapektuhan ng ating practice. Kung ikaw ay taga Batangas, taga Laguna, pumutok lang yung Taal Volcano. Kung ikaw ay taga Bicol, Albay, pumutok yung Mayon Volcano, di ba? Apektado ang practice, sarado ang mga clinics. Bahain ka lang sa Metro Manila, hindi ka makakapunta ng clinic. Kaya importante na bilang doktor, marami kang alam sa pera para hindi lang mula sa practice ang pinagmumulan ng iyong ah, pera, ng iyong salary, etc. Yan, pag lumindol, paano yan kung ang clinic mo nagiba? Eh wala kang ibang ginagawa kundi yung clinic lang, di ba? Nasunog yung ospital, nandun lahat ng stocks mo, paano na ang mundo? Ito na experience natin. In the past 3 years, hirap na hirap po tayo makarecover. Most likely, many of you were affected by the COVID pandemic. Hindi nakapag-practice, yung iba nagkasakit, na-admit, di ba? O kaya mayroon kang kamag-anak na namatay. Financial burden ito, napakahirap lutasin kung wala kang pera. And I am sure you're always hearing this uh, mga bali-balita na, uy, pwede tayong umutang pala. Katulad nito, may mga ads, apply now for doctor's loan. Kasi sabihin na natin na hindi naman lahat ho ng mga doktor stable sa kanilang practice. Lahat ho tayo nagkakaroon ng problema sa buhay, iba-ibang levels. Always be prepared. Ang hirap pag ikaw ay umutang at may interest yan, malaki babayaran mo din. Kaya ako po, hindi ako bumibili ng, kunyari, ng mga bagay na utang. Pag bumili ako ng kotse, cash. Pag bumili kami ng kondo, cash din ho yan. Kasi mahirap po magbayad ng utang, sayang pera, tinatapon. And these are my helpful tips. Relax lang ho kayo, wag ho kayong magte-text dyan, magte-Facebook. I'm hoping na you will learn from this lecture. Number one tip, know your goals. Ano ibig sabihin ng know your goals? Kung hindi ka nag-iisip ng pera, hindi darating sa'yo ang pera. Kung hindi ka nag-iisip ng negosyo, hindi ka makapag-negosyo. Hindi naman pwedeng dumarating yan without any effort, without any knowledge, without any education. Importante, if you want money, focus on that goal. Gusto mo nga ng pera, gastos ka naman dito, bili ka doon, pasyal ka doon, di ba? Bili na ko ng ano, gadgets. Paano ka makakaipon? Paano ka makakapagnegosyo? Kaya sa akin, ang masasabi ko, kung gusto mo magkaroon ng pera, mag-isip ka ng mga paraan para magkaroon ng pera. Kung gusto mo magnegosyo, mag-aral ka ng negosyo. Number one, know your goals. Change your mindset. Hindi ho, kasi ho ang nalaman natin sa medisina, yung ating scientific intelligence, iba ho ang set of skills sa negosyo, iba ang set of skills sa investment, kaya dapat nating palakihin ang nalalaman, hindi pwedeng bara-bara. Kasi ho, pag nalugi kayo, maaring malugi kayo ng libo-libo, daan-libo, milyon. May mga kaibigan ako na doktor, nag-invest, nalugi, milyon. Kaya dapat aralin natin ang mga susunod nating plano sa buhay. Change your mindset. Sasabihin ko ulit, I want to emphasize, if you want to become successful, focus on your goal. Ano ba ang gusto natin? Maraming pera in 1 year, maraming pera in 3 years, maraming pera in 5 years? Or ano ba ang gusto nyo? Gusto nyo magkaroon ng maraming bahay, magkaroon ng maraming apartments, magkaroon ng mga condominium units, magkaroon ng mga office rentals? So it's up to you. Kayo ang makakaalam niyan. Ang paghandaan ho natin, kaya kailangan ho natin ng pera yung pagtanda, retirement. darating ho ang araw na hindi ka na makakapagtrabaho, hindi ka na makapunta ng clinic, hindi ka na makakabili ng mga properties dahil mahina ka na, may sakit ka, na ubos mo sa caregiver, napakahirap tumanda ng walang pera. Kaya as of this time, I am sure bata pa yung ating audience. Ano ba ang gusto mong mangyari in 5 years, 15 years, 20 years? Gaano kadaming pera? Gaano kadaming properties? At pag nag-retire ka, meron ka bang gagastusin? Pag nag-retire ka at the age of 65, 70 as a doctor, paano kung di ka nakaipon, ang pera mo lang 500,000? Paano ka masusupport yan? Baka caregiver mo lang, mga 2 taon lang yan. Kulang, di ba? If you have a goal, you can focus your activities. Hindi ka mawawala. Dahil meron kang goal, mas maganda nga isusulat. Isusulat mo yung goal mo sa papel at lagi mo siya dapat nakikita. Ang goals ko nandito sa aking desktop. Kaya ito, nagtuturo ako na vision board making to help my doctors achieve their goals. So another ano yan, another teaching yan. This is my vision board. Most of them nakuha ko na, hindi ko pa siya pinapalitan kasi I like this vision board of mine. Yung iba nakuha ko na pero siguro di naman pwede i-discuss dito habang ating lecture. You can have your own dream book. Sulat mo doon. For example, in 2026, I will have my own condominium unit for rental, or in 2027, I have my 2 trucks that I will be using in my business. Di ba? Kanya-kanya tayo ng goal sa buhay. Dream big. Huwag ko kayong mahihiya. Hindi ho masamang mangarap, libreng mangarap. And also, set your goals. Okay? Kasi baka mamaya, gusto mo yumaman ng yumaman, nagkaroon ka ng 10 milyon, gusto mo pa 1 billion, hindi ka mapapagod ka nun. So, ang akin lang, just enough na maging masaya ka. I think that's the best condition. Kailangan masaya. And very important, kung meron kang goal, take action. Hindi pwedeng goal lang, nakasulat sa papel, nakasulat sa pader, nakasulat sa CR, nakasulat sa kotse mo, nakasulat sa cellphone. Ano yun? Kailangan may action din, di ba? Take action. Goals expand your skill set, increase your knowledge, push your comfort zone, and boost your career. Ulitin ko, goals expand your skill set, increase your knowledge, push your comfort zone, and boost your career. Importante ang goal. Number 2, wag ko kayo mag-alala, 7 lang ito. Network with friends. Kailangan magtulungan kayo. Yung mga kaibigan mo, you always do good for to them para magkaroon kayo ng reciprocity. Yung reciprocity, ibig sabihin utang na loob. Ang of reciprocity is very important among friends because it's the obligation to give when you receive. Sa Tagalog, utang na loob, reciprocity. Diyan kayo magkakaroon ng patient referrals para magkaroon ka ng mas maraming pera, job referrals, tutulungan ka. Pag may vacancy sa kanila, uy pare, meron kaming bakante dito sa opisina, meron kaming bakante sa clinic, punta ka na rito. Or meron akong pasyente, re-refer ko sa'yo, hindi ko kayang i-manage. Sa'yo ko na lang refer, kaibigan kita. And very important is mentoring. Sa lahat ng bagay, kailangan may nagtuturo sa'yo, na kaibigan mo, na kamag-anak. Ano ba yan? To motivate you, to give you advices, to lead you to success, to give you direction, coaching, support, goal, and training. Sabi ng mentor, meron kang isang tao na tumutulong sa'yo para makuha mo ang gusto mo. Sila yung nahando na, alam nila ang way on how to go there, tutulungan ka nila. Sabi ko sa inyo, no, yung aking pagiging training officer, the job was a referral by my business student. Yung pagiging chairman ko sa CEU School of Medicine was a referral by my resident. Yung pagiging health insurance doctor ko was a referral by my business partner. Lahat yan, dahil sa utang na loob nila sa akin, tinulungan nila ako to have this side hustle. Aside from being surgical oncologist, yan po ang aking pinagkakabalahan. And number three, develop your strengths. Lahat po tayo may weaknesses, may strengths. They always say, don't improve your weaknesses, improve your strengths. Huwag mo nang sayangin yan. Kunwari, hindi ka marunong magsayaw, gusto mong kumita, huwag kang mag-focus sa sayaw. Baka mamaya, mas magaling kang kumanta, doon ka na mag-focus kasi magaling ka na doon eh. Develop your strengths. Kung ikaw ay magaling, kunwaring maggamot ng asthma o sa isang sabaga, develop your strength doon. Baka nahandun ang pera for you. Pwede kang mag-fellowship. Know your strengths and take advantage of them. Ako ang aking pagtuturo, by the way, I was awarded Most Outstanding Teacher in Oncology 2023 by the Philippine Society of Oncology kasi ang strength ko is teaching. So, pinagbutihan ko yung teaching. And sabi nga, know your strengths and take advantage of them. Sa Google at mayroong mga libro na magsasabi ng iyong mga strengths. Hindi mo pwedeng hulaan yan kasi mayroong mga set of questions that you need to answer. Itong Strengths Finder, meron ako. Yan, by Don Clifton and by Tom Rath. Pareho akong may libro niyan dito sa likod ko. So nabasa ko yan. Or if you want to Google your strengths, meron tayong high five test at tinatawag. By the way, naka-record do ito, pwede niyong kunin sa organizer yung recording ng aking lecture. High five test, diyan ko nalaman yung aking strength coaching number 3. I want to teach. Masaya ako pag nagtuturo, nagdadaldal, no? Believer, optimist, positive thinker ako. So, iba-iba ho tayo ng strengths, different values tayo, wag ho tayo mainggit. Yung iba, ganun ang strength. Yung iba, ganun strength. Bakit ito strength mo? Ganyan. Pagbutihan mo ang strength. Kung magaling ka sa negosyo, pagbutihan mo. Yun lang yun. Kung magaling ka sa mga marketing bilang doktor, pwede kang magtayo ng marketing organization or marketing business, di ba? Side hustle, importante na meron kang negosyo. Bakit mo kailangan ng side hustle? Katulad sinabi ko, yung tatlong side hustles ko, because it will give you extra money. Diba? Yung iba kasi after ng clinic hours, Netflix na, TV-TV, alak-alak. Pero ang maganda doon, what you do in the next 3 hours after office hours, doon ka magkakapera. Yung mga sideline mo, etc. Pwede kang maging boss. Wala kang boss pag meron kang business or meron kang um, sideline, you're the boss. You work around your job's schedule. Wala kang sinusunod na oras. Kung tinatamad ka na magtrabaho in that 5 to 8 hours, 5 to 8 p.m., okay lang. Ikaw naman ang boss eh. And you can work as much as you want. For example, 5 to 8, pwede mo gawin 5 to 11. It's up to you kung kaya ng katawan. But please do not fail to focus also on your health. Hindi pwedeng puro trabaho at pera. Millions of Filipinos have a side business to boost their incomes and pursue their passions. Ang tawag namin dyan, sideline, o yung libro na nabasa ko, it's called Side Hustle. Kailangan meron kang sideline. Anong sideline? Pag-isipan nyo mabuti. Hindi pwedeng sideline ng iba, kopyahin nyo. Hindi ho ganun ang negosyo. Pwede kang mag-teach, pwede kang magkaroon ng mga businesses, meron kang mga different organizations, or meron kang katulad nito, meron kang photography area, di ba? Meron kang photography business or baking business. Sabihin ko sa inyo, no, hindi porke magaling ka na baker, magaling ka na ring bakery owner. Hindi ho ganun yun. Ibang skill yun. Kailangan pag-aralan nyo hong mabuti. Hindi porke magaling kang teacher, magiging successful ka rin na school owner. Hindi ho ganun. Pinag-aaralan yan. Merong mga networking businesses, pwede kayong magtayo ng mga offices, mga services, mga marketing businesses. So marami yung business na pwede. Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin lahat dito dahil iba-iba ang ating kagustuhan, iba-iba ang ating likas na kakayahan. Number 4, distinguish wants versus needs. Dito tayo nagkakaproblema kasi iba, kaya walang maipon kasi bili ng bili na hindi naman kailangan. Ano ba yung wants? Ang wants ay yung gusto natin. Pero pwedeng wala. Ang needs, ito yung kailangan natin to live. Okay? Ang wants is luho, ang needs is kailangan sa buhay. Diyan ka problema. Dapat focus on your needs. Ako, I focus on my needs. Yan. Ano ba gusto mo sa buhay? Wants or your needs? Ang needs, tubig, pagkain, bahay. Ang wants, laruan, cookies, candies, ice cream, mamahaling relos, mamahaling cellphone. Katulad do ako, ang relos, gusto ko syempre mamahaling relos. Pero ang binibili ko lang yung mga, may relos pa nga ako na 80 pesos lang. Kasi importante lang sa akin is the time. Hindi ko man kailangan ang time ng isang watch na mamahalin, pareho din ang time ng mumurahin. Pero kung marami kayong pera, walang problema sa luho. And ice cream versus t-shirt, t-shirt siguro ang bibilin. Candy versus a house, siyempre layo, no house siyempre. Shoes versus hoverboard, siyempre yung shoes kailangan. Lalo sa ating mga doktor, tinitingnan ng mga pasyente kung maganda sapatos natin. Wants and needs, example, relos, magandang relos. Pero pwede ka naman bumili ng mas mura, tiga 1,000 lang. May nabili ako, yung pinakamahal ko ng relos na nabili recently, mga worth parang 800 Korean brand. Di ba? Anyway, it's up to you. Kasi meron talaga mahilig sa relos. This is the dream car of, ito ang dream car ko pala. Kaso, sabi ko nga sa inyo, kung bumili ako cash, so ang nabili ko, yung aking afford lang, Honda City, pero cash. This one is the one of my wife. Mahal eh. Nabili niya lang yung yung Mazda 3. Cash din. And we bought this during the pandemic. Number 5, establish a business. Ang business o ang kailangan sa business, yung pwede mo siyang iwan. Pag hindi mo siya pwedeng iwan, self-employed. E is employment, B is business ownership, S, self-employed, katulad ng doktor, we are the boss, I is investment. Sabi nga nung itong libro, Why Doctors Don't Get Rich? Kasi kulang tayo sa financial literacy. Employee job, 8 to 5 job. Problema, pag nagkasakit ka, wala kang pera. At wala kang yumayaman na employee. Kung malapapapansin nyo, karamihan ng mayayaman, business owners. Self-employed, mga doktor, architects, accountants, wala akong yumayaman na ganyan. Okay, katulad ng mga doktor, maaring yumaman ka dahil yung kinita mo, ininvest mo, or talagang anak ka na ng mayaman, or nakapag-asawa ka ng mayaman. Pero kung self-employed, mahirap po. Kasi you are trading your time with money. Hindi ka nagpakita, wala kang pera. So yan yun. Mahirap yumaman sa employed, person and self-employed person. Doon sa kabila, business ownership, meron kang negosyo na tumatakbo without you, pwede. So nag-invest ka, marami kang pera, katulad ng mga franchise, alam niyo naman yung may-ari ng mga big food chains, nakita niyo ba yung may-ari doon? Siyempre wala, di ba? Nag-invest sila, pero hindi nila kailangang magpunta doon sa kanilang stores. And investment, pera na ito, malalaking pera. Your money is working for you. Kaya kung marami kang naipon sa practice mo, pwede mong invest sa mga funds. And this business, these investments, they will work for you while you are sleeping. Diba? So just remember this, employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. Sa mga doctors, ang napansin ko, ang medyo maganda-gandang business is network marketing or franchise ownership. So tatingin ko, pag-isipan nyo kung bagay sa inyo. Pero sa akin as a doctor, kasi dito sa network marketing, meron niyang mentoring, guided ka, as well as sa franchise. Mahirap yung doktor ka, magtatayo ka ng negosyo, wala kang alam, mahirap yon. Kung magtatayo ka ng negosyo, just remember this. You love what you are doing. You know what you are doing. And number three, there is a demand. For example, ang negosyo mo ay restaurant. Yan, you love what you do. Alam mo paano patakbo ng negosyo at maraming kakain. There's a demand. You will be successful. And of course, invest. May nag-i-invest sa mga condominiums, konting ipo sa practice. Ako, meron kami. So, nag-invest na ako fully paid no, at condominium units. Yung iba naman, agricultural land. May kaibigan ako, niregalo yung asawa niya, agricultural land. Okay din yan. Iba naman, apartment. So, invest lang. Kung konting pera, invest. Para habang kayo ay nasa abroad, kayo ay nagpa-practice, mayroong perang pumapasok sa bangko nyo. Day in, day out, every month. Yung iba, bumibili ng mga office spaces for rentals. Yung iba naman, marami akong friends, nagbibuild ng ospital. Okay, it's up to you kung gusto nyo mag-invest doon. Yung iba naman, resorts. May mga kaibigan ako, resorts ng kanila. Pag-aralan nyo mabuti. You can also invest in mga mutual funds, mga investments sa gobyerno, stocks, and please remember this, pwede kayong mag-invest sa education. You can take your MBA, your PhD, or every day, probably 6 to 8, pwede kayong mag-aral ng culinary, di ba? And I graduated my MBA studies from Ateneo, and one of my classmates naging medical center chief, nag-invest siya sa utak. And one of my group mates, si dating DOS Secretary, Janet Garin, groupmate ko yan sa MBA, and yung nag-pass ng Universal Healthcare, si Dr. Angelina Tan was also my groupmate. So yeah, invest lang kayo to improve yourself. And number 7, develop emotional intelligence. Importante emotional intelligence. Bakit? This will make you more successful. Ito yung mga libro ko on emotional intelligence. Mahilig akong magbasa ng libro. That's why I am being invited every now and then to give talks on this topic. Emotional intelligence defined. This is the capacity for recognizing our own feelings and those of others, for motivating ourselves, and for managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationship. Marami akong kilalang doktor na matalino. Nagkakaproblema sa practice, nagkakaproblema sa training, natatanggal. Why? Because of poor emotional intelligence, poor attitude. So again, develop your emotional intelligence. This is a very big topic, so this is just in passing. Four quadrants of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, alam mo yung kahinaan mo, alam mo ang iyong attitude, alam mo ang iyong strengths, alam mo weaknesses mo. Social awareness, nakakaamoy ka kung ano nangyayari sa paligid mo, hindi ka aloof. Dapat marunong kang makisama sa ibang tao. Self-management, discipline. Kailangan mayroon kang disiplina sa katawan mo na may nakakakita man sa'yo o wala. You need self-management, self-discipline, and also please improve your relationship with other people. So yung self-awareness, self-management is about the self, improving yourself, and improving your relationship with other people, yung others, by being socially aware and improving your relationship management. Marami hong libro dyan. Magsasawa ko, pumunta lang ho kayo sa Google, pumunta kayo sa bookstores, and of course, I highly recommend this book, Personality Plus by Florence Littauer. People who possess high emotional intelligence are the people who truly succeed in work as well as play, building flourishing careers and lasting meaningful relationships. These things you need very badly in your career or in your profession. Money makes us happy, pwede, pero hindi ho ito ang reason why people are happy. And this is based on the study of Harvard. Ayan. The secret to happiness, there's some advice from the longest running study on happiness. Ilang ano ba to? 70 ano to 70 years. Welcome to the Harvard Study of Adult Development. Harvard na nagsabi 75-year study. It revealed the secret to happiness. Ulit-ulit. Kasi gusto kong matandaan nyo. The secret to happiness is quality of relationships with other people. It's not money. Ano yun? Yung may mga tao ka na tutulong sa'yo pag may problema ka. Meron kang natatakbuhan kung kailangan mo ng pera o kailangan mo ng coaching, kailangan mo ng mentoring. Yung wala kang kalaban na tao, doon nagiging masaya ang tao. Anyway, kung ang nagpapasaya sa pera is up to you. Wala naman ho ako dyan, di ba? It's up to you. Pero ang nagpapasaya ng tao, quality of relationships. The biggest difference between money and time is that we always know how much money we have, but we never know how much time we have left. Therefore, appreciate every moment of your life. Again, appreciate every moment of your life. Be kind to other people. Improve your relationship with other people. 4 rules in life. Work while they asleep. Habang sila ay nagre-relax, ikaw ay natututo, nag-aaral, you are always improving yourself every day. Learn while they are party. Habang sila ay nagsasaya, nag-aaral ka ng negosyo, nag-aaral ka on how to improve yourself, nag-aaral ka on how to improve your relationship with other people. Save while they spend. You're always spending for your needs, not your wants. And live like they dream. Later on, maaaring hindi mo pa makita yan in 1 to 2 years, 3 years. Baka while you are improving yourself in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you are in a better place than most of your friends. That's why you have to improve yourself. You have to improve your financial literacy. In 2013, that guy is a surgeon. Ako po yan. 2013, nagkabaon-baon ako sa utang. Hindi ko alam kung saan nakukuha ng pera dahil akala ko mauugmit ng aking practice. Kaso nagkaroon ako ng problema sa practice. After my MBA, wala ako sa sirkulasyon, kaunti ang pasyente. Kaya na-miss calculate ko ang gastos. Pero ngayon naman, okay na ho ako. I live in a very big house. I have cars, condominiums. Okay lang ho ako. So, I'm happy. Wala akong utang. Kaya, sana ganun din ho tayo lahat. And living happily ever after, di ba? And if you want to follow me in my Facebook account, this is my Facebook, Ruel Tolentino Search Onco Business Coach. And also follow my YouTube account, Tolentino Ruel. Know your goals, network with friends, develop your strengths, distinguish wants versus needs, establish a business, invest, develop emotional intelligence. Ito, hindi ito mababasa sa libro. These are all my tips based on my studies, based on my knowledge na I shared with you. Again, know your goals, network with friends, develop your strengths, distinguish wants versus needs, establish a business, invest, develop emotional intelligence, and you can do this with financial literacy. Good afternoon, everyone. Maraming salamat.